Starting right up back where we were before, I'm Seth on duty. Let's play some Sleeper, Citizen Sleeper, and take a look at this AE1 mainframe. Maybe we can actually deal with the Hunter. The AE1 mainframe is now mostly disused, Havenage having set up their own master controllers. Navigator thinks Killer is hiding here. Let's give it a shot. You slot Navigator and the clamps lock. The ship mind is stuck. How are you going to get them out of this thing? Uh-oh. You slip into the cloud, as easy as blinking. Navigator is beside you, their sphere casting light into the strange darkness here. This is not how a mainframe should look. A center, a point of connection. The object in front of you is severed, cut off, a rootless, branchless tree. Only the trunk remains. Is Killer even here? Quiet, Navigator hisses, and then you see it, like a blade in the dark, an edge slicing through the void. It glides along at a distance and winks out. Then it appears again, elsewhere, gliding once more, searching. It's looking for us. The moment you make a sound, the edge leaps closer, and you see now it is not an edge, but the ridge of a long, sharp head, like a shark. It glides past, closer now, and you see into the voids where its eyes would be, should be. You and Navigator exchange looks, both thinking the same thing. It is blind. Killer crosses between you two, smooth as a razor, then disappears. It flickers back in, further away now, and you move closer to the Navigator to talk. You saw it too then. Killer has been blinded. We need to be careful. Correct. The protocol is clearly operating outside established limits. It may be unpredictable. You flinch as the silent Killer appears closer and glides past you, its empty sockets open wide. You turn to Navigator and notice something strange. Their orrery of spheres is collapsing. The orbits, usually round and even, are decaying. The spheres are following spiral paths, condensing on a central point. Navigator is noticing it too. They go to shift their position, to better direct the spheres, but they cannot. Whatever is drawing the orrery together is holding them in place. They look at you, suddenly desperate, frantic. Get out. You go to speak, but Killer appears between the two of you, gliding through the gap. Navigator freezes, and you see them framed in the empty socket. You realize now, if Navigator cannot move, then it is only a matter of time before one of Killer's sweeps brings them directly through Navigator. And time is not a problem for a protocol that has been running for decades. You look desperately around for a solution, for a way to extract Navigator from the mainframe. Then you see it. 3 branches. The last 3, thin and spindly, feeding the mainframe a thin diet of power and data. Break these, and the mainframe collapses once and for all, severing the connection, shattering the hardware. Whatever it takes, they must be broken. But they are encased in something, a glassy layer of protection. You'll need to unlock access before snapping them from the mainframe for good. You look at Navigator, trying to reassure them without speaking, and then you blink back to reality. Their expression of fear and image an after image that slowly fades. You must act quickly. Damn. 1, 2, 3. Which makes sense because there's 3 arms here. So let's see what's going to take to do this. We need encrypted keys. Okay. Okay, but we need to sleep. And we need more keys. So let's work on this. Okay, we can do this one. There we go. We got our key. We can unlock the branch. This controller protects the last spindly branches feeding into the mainframe. Unlock access and you might be able to break them. Okay, there we go. So we only have 2 more. Are we going to be able to sleep? Uh-oh. I don't know if I'm going to be able to actually sleep here. I'll give it a shot. Like, I mean, we might run out of time. Oh, wait, all that did was give me energy. Oh, for crying out loud. Kind of panicking here. I don't want to lose our friend. I didn't think we would need more keys. I need to sleep to get dice rolls. Okay. Oh, I feel bad. What's gonna happen? Okay, let's look for keys. Have an edge agent. Agent. Utagan agent. Oh man, this isn't good. Two, 3, or 6. Oh, we have a 6, so let's use that. Actually, we had 2 6s. Uh-oh. The cloud, a glint, like a light traveling along the edge of a wave, fills your eyes. Then the blade follows, a long head with 2 dead sockets slipping towards you in silence. You freeze, hoping it will pass you by, hoping that it will not simply slice through like air. The blade head nears, slides past you, almost. It nicks you, grazes you. You are desperate to cry out, to call out, but you hold your silence and simply watch the blind eyes of the killer glide past, empty of all thought. Then the blade winks into the dark and you are alone again. Now you cry out. We still need 1 more key. Okay, 2, 1, 3, 5. Oh, we have a 1. Yes. There. Okay, we got the last 2 keys we need. We did this one, so let's do branch 2. Data, give us our cryptic key. Okay, we're good with that. And then let's unlock the last branch, which is here. Good, 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 good. wait, can I just sleep there? Oh no. I could have slept here. Oh, my mistake. Oh well. Now, we have 2 dice rolls. 2 different options leading to 2 outcomes. So it's a choice yet again. We can slice the hardware. Forget hacking the system. Killer has to die. If you can slice through the branch connections, the mainframe will shut down, freeing Navigator. The killer protocol has been running for long enough. Breaking the mainframe's final connections will end the protocol. If we choose the other option, to loop branches, with access to the branches, you could redirect them to form a loop, isolating the mainframe with killer inside, but freeing Navigator, in theory. This would be catch a killer. The killer protocol can be isolated without being destroyed. A loop of connections would lock it into a closed system. This one's going to take longer though. They're both dangerous, they're both repeatable. I might have a better chance with this one though. Let's loop it. Nice. +3 to catch a killer. +3 to catch a killer. We need 1 more day. Killer is a terrifying blind threat, roaming the hub's dark mainframe, and New Event is trapped in their domain. Well, Navigator. So we have to decide Killer's fate. Now we have this capsule, we can just sleep here. End the cycle. Coming back into it, we get 4 dice rolls. 1, 4, 5, and a 1. Well, we're definitely going to sunbathe. We got one energy back for that. Okay, let's do this. Catch him in the loop. You bend one of the branches like a hazel twig, aligning the flow away from the mainframe and into another branch. As you blink into the cloud, you see the last flickers of life from the mainframe. This vast machine once ran the whole station, span it up, directed and processed the flow of energy, water, and data, fed the lives of thousands of people. Now, it is finally dead. Navigator is beside you, and you both look out at the perfect ring that encircled you both, woven from the data branches that once fed the mainframe. You see a glint along its edge, and that familiar blade-like head rises to the surface, like the cresting fin of a shark, and then slips into the loop again. All that you can see of Killer's body after that is slight thickening of the loop, and that thickening begins to travel around on a long and slow sojourn that will last it forever. I am surprised at you, says Navigator, drifting faintly around you in a lazy orbit as if to shake off their imprisonment. Killer had been wandering blind for so long. Did you not think to end them forever? Perhaps they can be saved. You are naive. They are a killer by nature. Look what they did to their own home. Navigator glazes into the darkness. This place was their domain and prison, and they had followed their directives for the many decades they roamed here. They cut the threads of the mainframe, executed its administrator AIs, and then kept slicing. At some point, they cut away their own ability to see, to sense, to taste, to speak, and yet they kept cutting until only those 3 threads remained. From millions that once thrummed here, only their blindness and chance kept them from making those final 3 fatal cuts. There is a ceaseless violence in the kind of system that creates beings like this, those that will execute commands endlessly, even to their own destruction. Navigator looks to you for your thoughts. I will not continue the violence. The system you float in is one built of violence. You would be naive to believe otherwise. Navigator turns away. You watch the data points of the station spin around you, blending with the fixed stars. There is something satisfying about finally wrenching the last threads of control from this central point. It was little more than a ghost by the time you reached it, but this place deserves to be haunted by better ideas than a totalizing system of control. Navigator floats beside you. It is free now. This station no longer presents a hazard for illegal entities like me. They turn to you, their face a cloud of shimmering light. In fact, in time, perhaps it can be a refuge. A refuge. That sounds like something of value, something worth building. A dark shape passes across your vision, a distant curve of something like smoke or oil, a fluid, shifting tank of total darkness. The Greenway, says Navigator, following your line of sight. It was cut off at the moment of the collapse, so hunter or killer could never reach it. Now it is closed off to us, separated from the cloud. Is it dead? It may be totally dark, or perhaps some other old protocols are isolated there. Navigator turns to you. And we have now seen what decades of isolation can do to a protocol. If we could extract an access cipher... They pause and then blink out of existence. You freeze, shocked, but a moment later they reappear with a glowing polygon of data. Here, the cipher you need. You take it, still shocked. I am not used to be free, to being able to move and explore and extract without fear, without limits. Navigator does a little twirl. This will take some getting used to. Thank you for this gift. They whir their spears around you. The entities of this station will always be friends to you, Sleeper. Thank you. It is true that mutual need is required for friendship, but I must admit I had not considered the value of offering assistance without personal gain. I will think on that. Navigator looks around you rapidly, suddenly eager to test their newfound freedom. But first I will explore. Perhaps there are still intelligences that hid themselves as I did, encased in simple systems, cut off. Navigator glows. I should like to free them. And with that, they drift away, flickering, glowing, and then shifting so rapidly you lose sight of them among the glittering rim of the eye. You feel a pang of jealousy, free, without a body to weigh you down, or fear to limit you. How must it feel? Your eyes fall on the Greenway, and its secrets, though perhaps that can wait until after you have celebrated this victory. Hey, a second point. I'm gonna get better cryo discounts. And I think we needed 100. Oh no, it's 80. It's 80 now because of our newfound perk. So the Greenway, huh? Did I actually get a cipher? Yeah, Greenway cipher. A forgotten cipher granting access to the Greenway's old systems. What? Greenway Gate. The entire Greenway is locked down, shrouded in a dark cloud of shifting currents. What is happening here? And now we can actually find out. Yeah. The cipher burns away as it is slotted, the data sparking like a lit touch paper. What has been unlocked? The Greenway roils beneath you like a silt-choked river. If what Navigator said was true, then no one has accessed these networks since the collapse. The Hunter and Killer protocols have never set foot here, never cleared out the intelligences and systems. So why then, you wonder, does it look so dark? Is it just that the bit rot has set in and the entropy of systems reducing everything to shadows and light? You watch as the slotted cipher fizzles in the one open, distorted gateway on this entire rim of the station. It flickers and winks out, and then you are falling into the flow. A river of swirling darkness. You are spun by it, twisted by it, lost in it. It's not that the Greenway was hiding in the darkness. It is made of the darkness. It is filled by this substance, this process, this swarm. Now you are among it. You notice that a swarm is exactly what it is. 1 billion individuals moving in a flow. There is no network map here, no nodes and threads, only a storm of interchangeable points, shifting configuration endlessly. Then you see them, a figure turned away, the only bright spot in the dark river. You push closer through the storm. They are facing away, at least you think so. They are so fractured, so overgrown, that it is hard to tell. Even from this distance, you can see their flesh is moving, flowing. You watch, silent, as they stoop and reach down. In their hand is a dark shape, and with twisted fingers, they press it down into the loam of data beneath them, pushing it through this trembling soil. Then they move away, go a little further, and repeat the process, as if they were sowing a field. You push forward, but somehow, despite their slow and deliberate speed, they move faster, and they quickly fade into the storm. You reach the point where they planted the object and look down. There it is, a glassy, shifting polygon with something inside. You reach down and pick it up. It is cold, but it thrums with energy. You look towards the path of the figure, but they are long gone. When you blink out of the cloud, back to the leaves in the dappled light of the Greenway, you hold a seed in your hand. Whoa. Wait, was that it? Should I go talk to our friend Navigator? Now what? Find and shrink grow bed. Oh, a grow bed. Plant the seed. The only way to understand what gardener gave you is to grow it. Rico is incredibly excited by this prospect. Let's find out. I'll take good care of it, Sleeper. Rico smiles. Don't you worry. Okay, so we have to wait a few cycles for that to occur. We can go back and make some money and help our friend out. And Kita's ship's still here. We can just get free scrap here. I'm gonna give it a shot. Ouch. That hurt her condition a little bit. But we did get a free scrap. I wanted to see how that works with our perk. Oh, okay, so I lost one condition because I was starving. I gained one condition back from the scrap that I lost my condition on. And we didn't do great on our energy. I have 5 Matsutake caps. I'm gonna end the cycle. No idea which cycle we're on now. It's gotta be around 70. We have a bunch of things we could do. So I want to see. Let's talk to the oh no, that's right. They wanted Giroli caps. So never mind. Let's go back across and invest in our friend. Way up here. Also, if I were a regular here, no, there's no such thing, okay? Bliss. Let's give her some cryo. Let's figure out if this is actually worth it. Bliss is incredibly grateful. I'll pay you back every chit, I promise you. You guess you two are partners now. So wait 3 cycles? Oh, I got an achievement for that. It's called Bayview, bought into the hub's competitive repair market. If I recall, she needed the money for basically capital. Well, what else is there to do? We could work for Rabaya as a Tagan enforcer. I don't really want to do that. We could make a home here. There's really not a lot else to do. So, honestly, I don't know if there's an actual end state of this game. I'll do a bit of research. But for now, I'm going to consider this game mostly completed. Because, of course, barring what happens here. We've explored so much. We've done so much. I've taken my time with it. I've had fun, as I'm sure maybe you would if you had played this game as well. What is there to do though? You just make cryo. So maybe I'll extend this episode a little bit longer, and the theme of a finale. Just continue making money, right? Wait a few cycles for the thing to grow, and then I'll just cut to when the seed actually grows. So, hold out for that, and I'll be right back. So, we're back. Oh, and somebody has something to say here. It's Moritz, which I believe was Bliss's partner from before. Hey, a quiet voice greets you as you leave. Sleeper, it's me. Do I know you? Moritz, he pauses. I work for Bliss. He rubs the back of his head. You're not an easy person to find. I don't really have an address. Moritz holds up his hands. Hey, no judgment. It's cool. You both stand there for a moment, each waiting for the other to speak. What's up? Ah, yeah. Well, Bliss needs you. A job just came in, a real big one. She's asking for you to come up and help her out. He nods sagely. I'll be right there. Nice, yeah. Moritz stands there for a little while, unsure if the message is delivered. I've got it. Cool. He looks around. Bliss just likes me to do a thorough job, you know? He rubs his hands together before burying them in his jacket pockets. See ya, Sleeper. Moritz ambles off down the corridor, kicking at a filter cap on his way out. Time to head to Bliss's Bay then. So yeah, while I was away, I just worked for 2 cycles and came back. Look at this. This is in her bay now, hey? We actually get a chance at helping her repair things. So, I don't really know what the story here is. Tank recladding gives sealing the leaks. Somehow Bliss swung a tanker contract, but the catch is that the work needs to be turned around fast, too fast. Well, I'm not really good at engineering, and as you see, my condition is declining, so I will carry on with this at least one more episode. So thank you all so much for watching. I'm Seth on Duty, signing off.